Welcome to Sports Live Media on YouTube. It's your guy Sports Live with today's video. The Big 12 Conference hasn't released their week-to-week schedule just yet, but they did release the conference opponents that each team within the league will be playing. Some teams this year will have 4 home games, and others will have 5 home games. So it's either going to be 4 home games, 5 away, or 5 home games, 4 away. And even though, like, with whatever you have for one year, it'll flip the next year, but the difference is it's kind of like a matrix, because even though that kind of flips, you don't necessarily have the same opponents each and every year. So that'll make it very, very interesting to see how everything plays out when it comes to that. I'm not sure of the exact dates when these games will take place, but I know it's during the 2024 through 27 football seasons with this football matrix, as they are calling it. But we're focusing on the 2024 conference schedule for now. Like I said, I don't know the dates of when these games will go on. And again, some will have 4 home games, 5 away. Others will have 5 home, 4 away, and it will flip at each year, but not necessarily the same teams every year. So let's get into this. For Arizona, their away games will be against BYU, Utah, TCU, and UCF. The home games: Arizona State, Colorado, Texas Tech, Houston, West Virginia. For Arizona State, their away games are Arizona, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, and Cincinnati. Home games will be BYU, Utah, Kansas, and UCF for the University of Central Florida. For BYU, or Brigham Young University, their away games are Arizona State, Utah, Baylor, and UCF. The home games will be Arizona, Houston, Oklahoma State, Kansas, and Kansas State. For Utah, the away games are Arizona State, Colorado, Houston, Oklahoma State, UCF. The home games will be Arizona, BYU, TCU, Iowa State. For Colorado, the away games are Arizona, Texas Tech, Kansas, and the University of Central Florida, or UCF. The home games for Colorado will be Utah, Baylor, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Cincinnati. For Texas Tech, you have the away games with Arizona, TCU, Oklahoma State, Iowa State. The home games will be Arizona State, Colorado, Baylor, Cincinnati, and West Virginia. For Baylor, the away games are Colorado, Texas Tech, Houston, Iowa State, West Virginia. The home games will be BYU, TCU, Oklahoma State, and Kansas. For TCU, their away games will be Utah, Baylor, Kansas, and Cincinnati. The home games will be Arizona, Texas Tech, Houston, Oklahoma State, UCF. For Houston, their away games will be Arizona, BYU, TCU, Kansas, Cincinnati. Their home games will be Utah, Baylor, Kansas State, Iowa State. For Oklahoma State, their away games are BYU, Colorado, Baylor, TCU, and Kansas State. The home games for Oklahoma State will be against Arizona State, Utah, Kansas State, Iowa State. For Kansas, their away games are Arizona State, BYU, Baylor, TCU, Kansas State, and West Virginia. Their home games will be Colorado, TCU, Houston, and Iowa State. For Kansas State, their away games: BYU, Colorado, Houston, Iowa State, West Virginia. The home games will be Arizona State, Oklahoma State, Kansas, and Cincinnati. Next is Iowa State. They have their away games with Utah, Houston, Kansas, and West Virginia. Their home games will be against Texas Tech, Baylor, Kansas State, Cincinnati, and UCF. For Cincinnati, you have the away games with Colorado, Texas Tech, Kansas State, Iowa State, UCF. For the home games, it'll be Arizona State, TCU, Houston, and West Virginia. For West Virginia, the away games are Arizona, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Cincinnati. Their home games will be Baylor, Kansas, Kansas State, Iowa State, UCF. For UCF, the away games are Arizona State, TCU, Iowa State, West Virginia. The home games will be Arizona, BYU, Utah, Colorado, and Cincinnati. In the Big 12, there will be no divisions within Big 12 Conference. The two teams that finish with the highest winning percentage will face each other in the conference championship game. They will have 9 games within their conference that they will have to play, with 3 other games that they will have to schedule, and those have not been scheduled yet. And if you want more information regarding their week-to-week schedules and who the other 3 opponents will be for each team, you could always go later to the Big 12 Conference website. Anyway, the 2024 Big 12 Conference Championship game will be played at AT&T Stadium at Arlington, Texas, and will be played on December 7th of 2024. Anyway, I hope that y'all were able to get some good information about this football matrix that the Big 12 has got going. If you will, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I do these special videos, when I have sports action videos, and when I do live broadcasts. I hope y'all all have a wonderful day.